Hello there, I'm Cameron. I'm a PhD student at the moment, studying human-computer interaction, or researching human-computer interaction in Swansea. And a couple of weeks ago I took the liberty of documenting a bit more about what I do and just sharing it with my friends on Instagram, taking little 15-second slots of just showing a little bit of what I'm working on. Maybe I'm just doing some writing, maybe I was building some prototypes for some research I'm doing, and I've really been enjoying it. And this week I actually started doing a story and I was getting frustrated that it's like, oh, I've only got these 15-second slots, but I've got so much to show, and I wanted to kind of articulate some wireframes I was working on. So in UX, wireframes are kind of things that you make before you actually make the real thing, kind of like a fake prototype. And then I realized that there's actually a platform for this. YouTube. Why don't I just make YouTube videos? So I'm still gonna do all the Instagram stuff, but I started thinking, right, I could do at the end of the week a little wrap up of maybe some progress I've made on a prototype, or maybe talk about some like dilemmas I've had in my PhD before and how I've overcome them. Because I think sharing some of this stuff should help students that are maybe thinking about doing a PhD, or maybe they're currently doing a PhD but they're kind of getting nowhere and they want a bit more sense of community. So this might be a great way to build a community around doing PhDs, certainly if you're doing computer science related PhDs, which is what I sort of know and have been doing for the last couple of years. So yeah, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Don't worry, I won't stop doing the Instagram things if you're already watching me on Instagram, but this is a good chance to maybe go more in depth on certain topics, or maybe once I've got a prototype finished I can do like a really nice kind of in-depth video kind of analyzing the stuff that I've done with it, or maybe talk a bit in depth about how I conduct like meetings or manage PhD life with having like support from my supervisor, how I take that on and stuff like that. Also, generally want to talk about design and sort of UX on here. So obviously I'm a PhD student, but my focus is UX. So some of these videos are going to be about PhD life, which kind of quite broad. If you're an undergrad student, you might also find this very useful. And then the other side of it is going to be about sort of UX design and computer science. So whether that's some videos about stuff I'm programming or videos about stuff that I'm designing and creating. Hopefully you'll find it useful. Hit subscribe, because I'm hopefully going to start bringing some videos every week on this channel. And in the meantime, everything so far is on Instagram in little 15-second clips. I'm really excited to play around with doing this, because I know I've kind of got a lot more excited about things I'm doing just by sharing it and putting stuff out there. I've made some contact with, reformed contact with some people that watch me on Instagram that I haven't spoken to in ages. It's been really great, and hopefully what I want to encourage from doing this is maybe other people to start doing it as well, and other people start sharing what they're doing and documenting their work and not sort of worrying about the rough thing. That was something that I got over in the sort of the first couple of weeks, was you kind of just want to show something every day, and you get into the habit of doing it, and you stop fearing showing maybe like unfinished stuff. Like this week, today even, I showed a buggy version of my code, because I just want to show the kind of the ins and outs of everything, and you know, not everything needs to be super polished. Not everyone kind of starts their PhD as this fully fledged researcher. So we'll show some of the learnings, some of the hardships, but also a lot of positive and a lot of cool stuff, hopefully. So hit subscribe, follow me on Instagram if you're not already. Hopefully you'll find it interesting.